Light me up, don't you stop, 'cause tonight it's on the line. Show me how you get on down. Close my eyes, take me for a ride.
Hello guys, and welcome back to my channel. Finally, for horsey content vlog. It feels like a very long time since I've actually done a horsey vlog. Holidays are all done, dusted in the memory bank. Actually for myself and for Addy. So you all know that after Swipe Up Kick On, which I can't believe, at the end of this week, it'll be 5 weeks ago that we were up there filming. So Addy has had that whole time off just to be a horse. She's come in, she's loved a bit of pampering, a bit of like grooming, trying to keep up with the groundwork. I've also been obviously away on holiday. We've been to Portugal. Those vlogs should be live. And yeah, it's now time for her. The heat wave is over as well. That was another thing that's been all over the weekend. We down here in Cornwall didn't quite have it as hot as what they did up country. New records set in London, but it was definitely hot enough here. The ponies, Spritey has definitely struggled with it more, being obviously older, but oh, there we have. I've just realised that she's untied herself. There we go, you're all tied back up again. So yes, Spritey's been struggling. They have been in. I am very, very fortunate. Nala, out please, good girl. I'm very, very fortunate that my stables actually stay very cool, so it is very nice for them. They're able to come in out of the heat. I've obviously got the big shed roof over the top as well, so it's out of like direct sunlight, and I think that is what probably helps them not get warm. So yeah, they've been having lots of sloppy teas, making sure that they're getting the fluids in. Actually, I've got to say a huge thank you to my parents, because I was obviously away when the hot weather really did start to kick in. I was then away at the weekend as well, which has made the time for Addy being off easier, and it's all flown by, if I'm honest. Yeah, I can't believe, like I say, 5 weeks at the end of this week. So yeah, she's had a really good holiday. She has filled out absolutely loads, as you can see. Got some lovely dapples, good condition, and I'll be honest, she hasn't been, I don't want to say the word naughty because it's not naughty, just like bored. I thought that you let her go up in the field and she goes galloping off. She can sometimes be a little bit bolshy walking in, but actually she, on the whole, has been really good. And I think it's really benefited from having a bit of a longer break. She has had times off for like a couple of weeks just to sort of switch off, but this is the longest break that she's had since being broken, or especially after Swipe Up Kick On. It was an awful lot for her, and she did go for a bit of a longer stint. So I was like, do you know what, I'm going on holiday, I want to give her a couple of weeks, and then I'm going on holiday, so I was like, just give her the whole sort of month off, and I'll see how she is. But I do think she is now probably ready to get back into, she's like banging the door anytime that I'm giving Sprite attention. She's been banging the door, head collar's been off, the rug's been off, things like that. So yeah, I think she is now getting to that point. So before she does sort of any damage to herself out in the field from being a prat, basically, of galloping around, I'm going to start to build her up slowly. So I thought I would vlog bringing a young horse back into work. I'm actually so out of the way of vlogging that I forgot my camera, so I'm back to the trusted phone. Weather today has gone cooler. I left to go a couple more days just because it was so hot, but we're back to like the normal 16, 17 degrees, which is so much nicer. I thought I would vlog the process, maybe the first week of what she sort of gets up to. Today we are going long lining. I'm building her up slowly. So she's been stood out here. She's had a nice little groom, haven't you? Is Nala in your stable? Yes. She's also had new shoes put on today. So it's like new shoes, holiday over, back to school we go. I've just popped her boots on, Wolfwear brushing boots there. And yeah, I'll now slowly tack her up, just check that she is all okay, like, you know, putting the saddle on again and things like that. I can't foresee that she's going to be bothered. She's obviously been broken for a little while now, so I think she'll probably be absolutely fine, but going to take it nice and steady. We're just going to go out for a nice, easy, long line. I think she might be probably quite fresh, although she's going to sleep now. You're going sleepy pies. You've had a nice groom. It's made you sleepy, isn't it? Oh, yeah. Good girl. We'll see how she goes. Not 100% sure how much I obviously am going to be able to film, because I think I am going out on my own, which isn't ideal, but my brother is coming over with the kids, so mum and dad are a bit tied up, but it will be fine. Hat on, reflective on, and we'll, yeah, let's see what she makes of it. Oh, you going out to the big girl stuff? Yeah, you are. She's currently, don't want to tempt fate, because we've only gone just up the road. She's been a super girl so far, aren't you? And she's actually walking really chilled and relaxed, which is nice. Sometimes she can be a bit of a speed walker, which I think is more because she's tense. Annoyingly, I do have to go, wherever I go, I have to go straight out onto the road. And I know that if we turn right, she can sometimes not be the best. So I didn't want to do that to be first off. This is actually really nice behind her, because usually I'm like fully out of breath, especially walking up a hill. But she's just chilled. 2 cars have just gone past, and she's just like, yeah, okay. Oh, it makes you kind of think like, oh, should I not just got straight on? And it can be really, really tempting. But what's the point of, I'd rather do this today. We'll just walk up the road, turn around, come back, nice, easy, just gradual build it up. And then I think what I'll do tomorrow is hopefully have mum or dad around. I'll do this out, and then I'll get on and ride home. It's all just play it by ear. See how she is. I think she's going to be absolutely fine, but it's horses. You never know. They've got a mind of their own, but oh my goodness, she is good girl. And probably just because I'm talking to the vlog, she probably just is like hearing my voice the whole time as well. Otherwise, I am talking to her like, good girl, you're such a bro. I just love how relaxed she is. Super chilled. Good girlie. Being a little superstar. Woo. Oh, that's the reality of long lining. I wasn't wanting you to stop and poo. Good girl. And walk on. Good girl. Good girl. So we do a proper halt now. Woo. Good girl. Good girl. You're so clever. Walk on. Yeah, don't look at me. Walk on. Good girl. We are just going to that gateway there, and then we're going to turn around. But halting was always something that she hated. And we've just been practicing it. I want to do it away from home and on the way home, just because I think on the way home she might be a little bit more ants in pants, but she has been halting really, really well. So yeah, so far so good. Right, let's do a little about turn, eh, Addie? I won't try and do it on camera. So the pace has definitely quickened getting home, and that is, I'll be honest, something that I don't really like doing is going out so far, turning around, coming home. I like to go out, do a loop. Even if you do a loop and then come back on the same path, I just think it's better than turning around. And I don't know if that is instilled from when Lola was a baby many years ago. And she was, I think I've mentioned before, that she was quite nappy, whereas Addie isn't nappy. But I wanted to save my circular loop that I've got for perhaps when we do our first ride. We've done it a lot over the winter and stuff. That's been really handy. You can have a canter, a trot, you go through water, like it's got a little bit of everything. So I wanted to save that. That is a loop that she knows pretty well, but wanted to save that for when I actually am on board and riding. Oh my goodness, what a very good girl. And she's not sweaty at all, which is, oh, look at your dimples. The camera really picks them up, especially when you're at that angle. Yeah, no, she was super, and it proves that because she's not sweaty, we've only walked, that one, it is definitely a lot cooler, but two, that she didn't get stressed about anything, We only had one little tiny hiccup, which wasn't a hiccup actually. She had a dog come screaming to the window as a car went past, and it just made you a bit like, whoa. But not, she only reacted for probably a whole second and then went, oh, okay, it's all right, the car's gone. But yeah, give you a little groom off. Best time to get the dust out of your coat, isn't it? Although, to be honest, you're looking pretty good, aren't you? Hey, is that thanks to Blue Chip? Yeah. All right, you saying hi to everyone? You're such a good girl. I think we'll do the exact same, but I'll just hack her back. And hopefully we can have somebody with us. You're a good girl. Deja vu. Welcome to day 2. I'm a poet and I didn't know it. We are just standing here. We're back. I didn't bother film, obviously, getting ready again because, wow, you saw that all yesterday. She was actually much more relaxed. She came walking over to me in the field when I brought them in at lunchtime. It has gone like another hot day here, so I've left it go kind of as late as I can without them having to be in for too long. We are just stood here, which she is being a very, very good girl. Oh, good girlie, you are such a good girl. Because my lovely neighbours have just gone past me and said, Josh is coming down with the tractor and baler. Obviously, it's been the most perfect baling weather, hay weather at the moment, hasn't it? So I think everybody is out doing it. And I thought, do you know what? It's quite narrow up that road. Unfortunately, I do need to go that way because of my plan that I have in place. That is the way that we went yesterday. I wanted to keep it all the same. And also my dad is up at what we call the top fields. And he is up there ready to give me a hand to get on to be able to ride back. So I really do need to go that way. But I really hope that we don't sort of push our luck. Although bless her, she is being absolutely super. I know she isn't bothered by tractors or anything like that. Dad's been past us many a times. But I just thought, instead of being in a narrow space, not knowing what she might do, it's a tractor and a baler. There is plenty of space here. So we will just stay here and wait. I might even let her, if I'm honest. I was going to say pick. She's just at the lunge line. I was like, oh, I'll let her pick from the hedge because I am aware that this is actually a very big ask and she is being absolutely super. I mean, I could be famous last words because I might push it that little bit too long in a second, but oh my goodness, what a sweetheart. She has stopped there and she hasn't actually moved. Whoa. I do also apologise that it is mainly just my face to this vlog so far, but I'm on my own, so it is very difficult. And also I am conscious that I'm on a road, I'm with a young horse, so don't want to be too much. And Dad's down there strimming, if you can't hear it already. So this could be interesting even more. Hopefully next time you see me, I will be on board. You're so brave, aren't you? Yeah, you are. Good girl. Well done, pony. Such a good girlie. Such a good girl. Are you raring to go? Okay, guys, we are back for day 3. And I'll be honest, I wasn't sure whether day 3 or day 4. Yes, I do. I'm not going to give you attention because otherwise that gives it away. But she's keen to get out. I wasn't sure whether to give her today off after obviously going out, but I thought actually we've only literally potted up the road and back. So what is the point in giving her a day off today? I'd rather actually go out, complete a full hack, and then tomorrow she can have off just to sort of process that she's back into work, and then maybe hack her again on Sunday. Like I said at the very beginning, I don't see that she has probably lost that much fitness. I'm kind of using myself as this because I thought I had lost a lot of fitness with not running or doing any workouts or anything, being on holiday, eating a whole load, drinking a whole load. But it actually turns out I went for a run, hence the reason that I've got this on, because I had a shower, but my hair is pretty, pretty disgusting, so I'm hiding away from it. These are the new Equilite headbands out. They are bamboo, so they're super light for like obviously summer weather. This is the new colour. There's 5 new colours out. This is the blush pink, which obviously kind of goes with my outfit. So yeah, just got that on to hide my hair. I should have maybe just put my riding hat on, but I thought no, I'll hide behind this. Like I say, super lightweight. And also, don't you find that this time of year that you're starting to get gnats now in the evening? And I find that they always hit me like on the baseline of my hair. So wearing something like this, I find stops them from like irritating and itching my head. Anyways, back to bringing a young horse back into work. I don't think that she would have lost too much fitness. That's what I was saying. I went for a run today and I was actually quite surprised of how I felt and my time. My time hasn't really changed. I thought that it might have added onto it, but I hadn't. I ran down because I've been to the beach with Spritey this morning, who absolutely loved it, didn't you? And then I didn't want to obviously drive down here 3 times in one day, so I thought, do you know what, I'll run down at lunchtime and bring them in. So yeah, I'm kind of using myself as well. Like, I haven't lost that much. She was pretty fit. She did the swipe up kick on camp, so all of that, I don't think, and if I think back, like when Lola had a break or when Spritey has a break, I'll be honest, we get straight back on them, don't we? So actually I've done a couple of days. She didn't mind me getting on her yesterday. I've put a poll up on Instagram about bringing a young horse, any questions and things like that, and one that I do know off the top of my head, I will go in and I'll do a little bit more in depth on the other questions that have come in, but it's like, do I still lean over her? And obviously because it was only Dad and I yesterday getting on, I didn't film it, but I did sort of lean over her just to check how she took it, and she really didn't care. So then I was able to sort of like, you know, shimmy on, put my leg over, and again, she really wasn't fazed. Had Dad holding her whilst I did my girth, and then off we went, and she really didn't mind. But I do know that I have done in the past when she's had a couple of weeks off, and she was still obviously quite new to education, I would stand at the top after I'd been out and done long reining, and I would get Dad to lean me over for, say, do it 3 times, lean over, give her a big pat on the shoulder, on the bum, come back down, reset, go again, and do that, and then finish, and don't even like actually properly get on. Maybe on the second day of long reining, I would then do that 3 times, and then the 4th time I would get on, sit up, give her a pat, say she's such a good girl, then get off, things like that. So yeah, again, horses are all different. Like, I know that when I went down to see Fred get on once, I think it was when she had a new saddle on, and she really did like sort of go, oh, this is different. And obviously Fred is a professional, so he handled it really, really well. But I just know that she can be a little bit like that. So that is why I'm still being careful and being safe rather than sorry, and leaning over. But like I say, she didn't mind at all. But I am aware also that this vlog is already very, very long and very much just of my face. So I've brought the GoPro with me, and we're going to go for our first hack. Only a short, probably half an hour, maybe not even that. A loop around that is an actual loop that I know that she knows very well. And I just thought I'll pop the GoPro on so you can have a kind of different view, and view it from looking through Addie's ears and not my face, because you've probably had enough of it by now. Do that. Good girl. Stand. Good girl. You got it? You there a second, just whilst I do my girth. Good girl. You're so good. Good girl. Oh my goodness, Addie, I can't lie. This isn't for the vlog, guys. This is actually first attempt, because I'll be honest, it doesn't usually go this well. Please don't send me into a false sense of security. All right? Yeah. All right. Hop on then. Good girl. Good girl. Think about it. Good girlie. You're okay. You're okay. Oh, clever pony. No, you're not bothered by it, silly. Sometimes find that red box there a little bit scary, don't you? For some reason. Not a chap that's naughty. Yeah, naughty pony. You absolute naughty pony. But do not snap when we are out packing. Nala's been exactly the same. Good girl. Good girl. Yeah, it's still there, and it's still not going to beat you. We're on this side of the road for a reason, don't worry. Good girl. Good girl. Pony's out. Oh my goodness, what a good girl she was. She was so relaxed. Like I said with the long reining, she hasn't been like the hurried walk, like she's not tense or anything like that. She just seems to be like, yeah, take everything in my stride. So today, going out for a hack was definitely the right idea for her. I was a little concerned whether it was a bit too early. Like I've said on previous breaks and bringing her back, I have done more long reining, maybe 4 or 5 days of long reining, different loops and things like that before actually going out solidly for a whole ride. But it was very good. Please mum came on the ground, and that was just sort of as well for myself, that if there was anything that she found scary, I had mum there that could walk past us and lead us past it. But she didn't need it. She was absolutely good as gold. Not one issue, not one hiccup, nothing. She was super. Couple of little trots. Again, I know, should we be just walking? I'll be honest, I don't really know like that, but I think for the 20 metres of trotting that I'm doing, she'd probably do 20 metres up in the field quite happily, bucking, kicking and everything around. At least she has walked for quite a while before and warmed up. And I also think, like, what do we do when we do like couch to 5k? That gets you to run for so long, walk for so long, run for so long, and I just kind of think actually kind of put it a little bit to that as well. We didn't do an excessive amount. We didn't trot up big steep hills or anything like that. So yeah, I think it's all in like moderation, is that the word? But yeah, right, so that is day 3. Like I say, she is having a day off tomorrow. Let her process body in case any bits are sore, because I know from me starting again, I'm a little bit, I can feel different muscles. So we're both going to have a rest day actually tomorrow. I'm not going to do anything and she's not going to do anything. It's been a successful Friday, roll on the weekend. So I will see you guys on Sunday. For you, just in a couple of seconds. It's now Sunday, the ponies are in. It's been a bit of a drizzly, mizzly kind of afternoon. Oh, I don't know what's just got on me there, but it's just got me covered. I brought the ponies in a little while ago and just been seeing my family. They're in, just been drying out, haven't you? And we are going for another hack. I actually put Addie out yesterday and she didn't want to leave me alone. She was having really nice scratches, weren't you? And like just wanting attention basically. I think she was a little bit like, oh, well, we're not going out today, mum, but hopefully she's all excited to go out today and we're going to go and do basically the same hack. I unfortunately don't have very many. I've only got literally a couple of like loops that you can kind of do from here that are short enough for what she needs to do at the moment. So I thought we'll go and do the same loop, but we'll do it in reverse to what we did on Friday. And then tomorrow I am planning on taking her to school. Now I've had a little look because I put a poll on Instagram about questions of things about bringing a young horse back into work. And I'll be honest, I do feel like throughout this vlog so far, I have answered quite a lot of them. So it's been like, oh, how long are you until you take her for a full hack? So obviously it's been, I know it sounds really short, but like 3 days. But I know that she had a good amount of fitness beforehand. She's only had 4 weeks off. So I'm kind of going with that she hasn't lost it too much. As I mentioned mentioned on Friday, which was only a few seconds ago. Like when we go out and do the couch to 5k, they get you walking and running. I almost said trotting. So it kind of just goes a little bit like that, but I'm not going to put the GoPro on today because obviously you saw that all on Friday and we are doing the same loop, so I don't want to be sort of duplicating boring kind of content, but we'll get a couple of little bits and answer some of the questions that perhaps haven't been answered without this vlog. Camera battery just came up saying it was exhausted, which I knew it was going to, and I was hoping that I was going to be quick enough and short enough, so that means that I am talking for too long. But yeah, hopefully she's going to be just as chilled as she was on Friday, aren't you? Yes. You enjoy your scratches. Yeah, you do. So we'll get her tacked up, we'll get on board, have a little read through the questions that have been asked, and just make sure that, yeah, if any there, I will kind of make sure that I properly answer if I don't feel that they have been answered already throughout the vlog. But I do think I've actually covered quite a lot. So hopefully, obviously, if there are any further questions, feel free to DM me on Instagram, pop them in the comments below, and I will get back to you. I will say it now, I am no professional. I have only done Lola as a youngster and now Addie, and they are both 2 different kettle of fish, and that has really highlighted to me, like, each horse is so individual. Like us humans, we are all completely made up, completely different, the way that our brains work and things like that. And it is very much the same for ponies. I have got some name plaques as well, guys. Like, I keep seeing this and I'm like, I need to take this down and put another one. But as you see, she likes to bite it. But Dad is actually going to put one that's going to be up here so she can't reach it. And I have got them already. Let's show you, because I've got them. I've actually got one for Spritey as well. These were done by the lovely Poor R8. There, you can just read it on that. Hopefully the camera's flipped it round. And look, they are so beautiful. They are so, so beautiful. So that is obviously Addie. I just love how they've captured Addie's face so, so well. And obviously that it's got her full name, Silver Linings Aphrodite, and obviously Addie as well. And then is a pinky one, which I know both of them are like pink at the moment. But yeah, there's Spritey. And like, again, with the attention to the blaze, like at the bottom, let's just pop that down there. Like here, where it goes wider, is exactly what it does on Sprite. So yeah, absolutely love it. Newbridge Lady Spritey. So yeah, I am waiting to get them put up. So I know a lot of people have actually commented saying about how does she feel. See the little blaze? It goes wider there, doesn't it? Yeah, it does. You're on a day off today, aren't you? Yeah. Love you. Yeah, so they are going up. I have got them to go up. I know people have been like, how does Addie feel that there's still the nameplate of... It's like almost your ex-girlfriend, isn't it? Ex-boyfriend. Ex-horse. Yes, Addie, we are going out, my darling. Let's get on and get out for a ride. We haven't got Mum coming today. They are actually, both my mum and dad are off to the cinema to finally watch Top Gun, which I have actually watched and absolutely loved. But yeah, let's get on with it, shall we? So I just wanted to quickly mention, like here, this is all, as you can see, she is tripping up a little bit, but hacking is so fantastic for all the different terrains that you get, and to teach them where their feet are and what they're doing with their feet. And yeah, I just thought I would mention that. And like yesterday we came down this, whereas today we're coming up it, and of course they've got to think about it differently depending on the direction, whether it is uphill or downhill. Good girl. And then she's got to think about it down here and like just be careful. And I think that is what really helps with a cross-country horse. Obviously is what I'm hoping she will become rather good at, but it's just being used to that different terrain. And like in a minute we're going to come out and it's quite rocky down to the water, isn't it? And I'm also trying to be really careful with my legs. I don't know why I need to show you my legs, but like here now I'm trying not to use my rein and actually put on my outside aid to turn her around that corner. She might have anticipated that a little bit, but this time round I'm really focusing on trying not to touch her mouth or focus on her head, but using my seat and my leg aid. So I have now, my left leg is actually on to keep her straight to come in that. Woo, woo. I'm pinching with my knees. I am using a bit of rein there. Ah! Woo, woo. But not as much. Good girl. No, you can learn to stand. Good girl. And what I'm doing, yes, I'm applying a little bit of rein pressure, but what I'm then doing is, woo, stand. I am releasing it and making sure that she stands there. Before, no, woo, stand. And I'm also pinching with my knees, woo, using my voice, woo. And then when it's time to go, I'm relaxed and my leg goes on. I will miss my leg then, but yeah, trying to using my voice and my seat and my legs, because I am aware that I have gotten into a bit of a bad habit with my hands. So yeah, really trying to work on that. And as well, something that I'll probably do in a later vlog is I need to sort out the bit that is in her mouth. But as I say, that is a bit of a work in progress. I am doing my research at the moment, trying to figure out which kind of route to go down, because let's be honest, bits are a bit of a minefield, and yeah, I need to trial and test some. So yeah, watch this space. It is in my mind. It is going to be worked on or fixed or yeah, tried and tested. But at the moment I'm just trying to focus on my position to try and help her as much as I possibly can. We are back. Been back a little while. I've given her a groom off. She wasn't sweaty at all, so I haven't washed her off. I've just brushed her off instead. Everything's put back away, and they are now eating their dinner. And this leads me on to a question that I was asked. So, does Addie's feed change considering with her like workload and things like that? And I'll be honest, not hugely. Whether that changes in the future, I'm not sure. But at the moment, I'm finding that actually she doesn't need that much. She's obviously having her blue chip balancer, so she is on, in case you don't know, she is on the Joint Care super concentrated balancer by Blue Chip. She has 2 of them a day. They are also on some electrolytes, so I've got the NAF, that is very low now actually, the NAF electrolytes liquefied, and I've also got, I don't know why I keep switching like every day, like powder or that, and at the moment they are on the Denji Alpha A, which I'll be honest, I usually feed the Thunderbrooks chaff, but they didn't have any of that and I was fully out, so I had to get some of that, which they both eat quite well. I've been making their food super duper sloppy at the moment. If the sound gives it away, because I obviously want them to, with the hot weather that we have been having over here in the UK, which we are not used to, it's been hotter than normal. I've been making them really, really sloppy. I always put water obviously in their feed, but more recently I've been making it ultra sloppy. Now, like I say, she doesn't really have anything more than a dipper of chaff with her balancer, and that is all she has kind of had since I've had her. When I was at camp, Swipe Up Kick On, she had some, I picked up some like recovery mash that you soaked for like 10 minutes and then gave her that, just because I knew she was doing an awful lot more than what she would normally. I've also got a bag, there you'll probably see it in the background, Alan Page I think it is, yeah, fast fibre that sometimes again I will add to her feed if I just feel like she needs a little bit more, but really that is kind of all she's having. She's not having any sort of fancy mix or anything like that at the moment. I feel like she's getting everything she needs from her balancer, and yeah, just kind of playing it by ear. It can completely change. I think when I first had her, I was giving her some conditioning cubes because she needed obviously a little bit of condition, and that was through the winter, so maybe she'll go back onto them through the winter. Obviously I'm still, this is the first year that I've had her, so I'm kind of learning her shape and her weight, and being a baby, she's growing and things like that. So it is quite difficult with youngsters to know what to feed them without making them hot-headed or anything like that. But yeah, hopefully by the time it's been 12 months, which will be like October, November time, we'll see how she goes through the winter. And yeah, I'll keep you updated as and when things change. But at the moment, she is just quite simply on a dipper of chaff, aren't you, in your balancer? And I mean, I'm very fortunate that they have got brilliant turnout. The ground, as you can probably tell, it does look like it's greening up a little bit, but the ground has gone like really burnt with the hot weather that we've had, and I was a bit concerned like perhaps they're not getting enough grass out in, they're in a 10-acre field, so I'm very, very lucky with their turnout. I felt like, was it burnt off? And I was saying to Mum and Dad did actually put out some hay for them last night, and they barely touched it, so they're obviously finding the grass, they're obviously okay. They have hay when they come in their stables during the day. They have haylage through the winter, so yeah, that's kind of Addie's diet at the moment. Right. But yeah, that's today. We are going to be heading to a school hopefully tomorrow for a very, I will really like say it is only for a very light schooling session. And I feel like some people, they've probably got an arena at home that they're able to go in and just do like a 10-minute lunge or however long, lunge or a 10-minute school. I obviously don't have that at home. I have got a grass arena, which I do not want to go and put her on a tight circle because it is far too hard a ground at the moment. So yes, it is more effort having to go in a trailer, go to a school, but as you'll see, and I will explain tomorrow, I'll set a timer and things like that to make sure that I don't go over the top. If I had an arena home here, I perhaps might do like a 10-minute schooling session, then just take a 10 minutes cooling off down the road and back or something like that. So yeah, it does limit you when you don't have an arena at home, which I'm sure there's probably lots of you out there that don't either and will know what I mean by that. But yeah, tomorrow I am planning, tomorrow evening, take her to a local school and just do a very, very light schooling session just to see how she finds it and things like that. I'll probably start off by lunch. I'll talk about this tomorrow, to be honest. I don't need to talk about this now. Right, so the decision has been made. As you can probably tell, saddle is on. We are not heading to the school. My mum is able to come with me tomorrow. So I actually think that probably works out a little bit better. We are off on Thursday to see and watch Lucy ride in the Magnolia Cup? The ladies race, charity race on Thursday up at Goodwood, which I'm really excited about. But obviously, and then it's Bicton at the weekend, which my sister-in-law Kerry-Ann and Tina are competing on separate days. So the weekend, well, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday is all going to be a little bit chaotic, so she's going to have a bit of time off then. So I've had a little think about it. I've decided, actually, I've had quite a busy day on computers all day, obviously just helping Dad, and I could do with like a nice bit of a walk. I haven't done any exercise today, I haven't been for a run, done any circuits, anything like that. So actually, I feel like I want to get moving, so I'm going to take Addie longlining again, which I actually think is really good to incorporate. I probably don't keep as much of long reining in as I would like, but I do think it's really good for them to be out in front, leading the way, being like to gain that experience, and also just to take the pressure of you riding out of it. I know a lot of people have asked about the long lining that I do. Long reining, long lining, I never quite know which way round it is. I'm sure I've said this before. But it also, she's had a little break and probably not used to me being on her back as much. Like, don't get me wrong, she's not going to have lost all the muscle, but at least that's just giving her, yes, the saddle is nice and light, fits her well, but hasn't got the added weight of me on there. Not that I think it would make that much difference, but you know, just anything that you kind of feel like might help. So we're actually going to go on a different loop, which is the one that I know she is not, probably isn't her favourite. I've got the GoPro to go on the head, so anything interesting I'll try and talk through a little bit as well of what I'm actually doing, because I'll probably be able to do it better that I'll have both hands on the long lines but can be on the GoPro, because I know some people have asked about it and like, how do you start, how do you introduce it? So if you would like me to do, again, I'm not professional, but if you'd like me to do like a full vlog on it, let me know in the comments below, and I can yeah, get somebody over to film and sort of show you how I would introduce it and things like that. I think it's really good as well, because if we're going to go schooling tomorrow, just reinforce those voice commands so that she knows, I don't know what she's doing, so she knows about stopping, starting, moving on, that sort of thing, and just give her a little bit of a variation in her routine. Obviously, when they are in full work, it's a little bit easier to keep things different, like you're able to jump school, hack different places, but because she is at the beginning of coming back into work, I am limited. Excuse me, where are you going? I am limited to what I can do. I don't know what she's doing. She never does that. Addie? Oi! Can you smell food? Excuse me. Yeah, you. I'm watching you. Hey, I'm watching you. So yeah, it is much easier when they're in full work to give them a little bit more varied work. So I think actually doing a bit of this, bit of that, as much as you can, try and change it up. Don't let them become sour. I think that's something really important, especially with younger horses. Hopefully you can see, guys, but before I leave the yard, I make sure that we are both connected with both of them, and they just go through some strings here, and then keeping obviously one side loose, turn around. Good girl. Come on then. Good girl. Now, usually I would like to have somebody out here just to help me get behind her, but this is what happens when you don't. And obviously we have been working on like walking behind her anyway, so I don't foresee it being a problem, because you're getting much better at it now, aren't you? So leave that one be loose. Stand. Good girl. You're so clever. Good girl. You stand. Good girl. Stand. Stand. Good girl. Stand. Pick that up. Good girl. Walk on. Go on then. Good girl. How have I just tangled myself up again already? Good girl. Walk on. She's going to think we're going. Good girl, walk on. There we go, clever pony. Good girl. Walk on. Walk on. Don't think about it. Good girl. Good girl. Well done. I apologise because it's windy and I know that the GoPro isn't the greatest for sound in the wind. Clever pony, good girl, Addie. So you obviously want to make sure with long lining, I'll do a couple of tips, but yeah, let me know if you want a full vlog, is that you don't want to be so close that, yeah, she bucks out, you're going to get obviously kicked, so you don't want to be massively right up her bottom. If you do find that you end up with super long reins like that, thanks to Fred for teaching me this because I didn't know this, but if you want to go quickly, you just zigzag, loop it up, zigzag, loop it up. I don't know if that was in or not, probably not then actually, but you zigzag across making loops. I mean, I'm not the best at keeping my knitting all together. I mean, I'm not very good with reins, so not very good with massive long lunge lines either. But yeah, but you want to make sure that you always stay directly behind her, so when you're turning you walk outwards and around her bottom, like I'll show you on the corner in a minute. I don't want to say it because I that's something else, is that you don't want to be saying things out loud where you have had problems or think about problems, because I don't want that bad thoughts in my head. But for you guys, I suppose I am saying it, is that yeah, there's sometimes some freaky things down here that she doesn't quite like, and she doesn't always like to turn left, so I'm coming out and around that way. Good girl, well done. And there you go, she shows me up. But yeah, I don't want to be thinking these negative thoughts, but I also want, it's hard when you are trying to explain yourself about that she doesn't like coming down here. I don't want to be telling myself she doesn't like coming down here, but that is the reason I haven't come this way. And if you remember when I first got Addie and we were obviously long reining out, there is like that water crossing down here, which she is, oh my goodness, so much better with. But again, she hasn't probably seen it for about 5-6 weeks, so whether she's just going to have a little bit of a baby wobble, I doubt she actually is, to be honest, because she's been walking past it really confidently. Now my attempt is just to keep going as we're going and not make anything of it, telling her what a good girl she is, good girly, but also at the same time you have to be ready, just like nothing's wrong. Good girl. Oh, what a brave pony. I knew you wouldn't be bothered. Good girl. Good girly. Low branch, watch my saddle. Good girl. You're never keen on that either. I don't know why. It's just a little bit different, isn't it? Clever pony. Good girl. Good girly. A lot of people have asked, how do you build up the confidence to long rein, long line on a road? And I'll be honest, roads are nowadays getting an awful lot busier, drivers are going faster, and it is a bit scary, and especially if you have a younger horse that you're not quite sure what they're like with traffic. But I always made sure that I had mum, Chris, dad, somebody with us walking out in front to begin with, so that she could have the confidence from them going past all the cars. Then when I knew she was okay with traffic, I would have somebody behind me, so that then Addie could lead the way and be, so now this car's going quite fast, hopefully they're going to slow down. Not really. Very good girl, good girly. Thankfully I do know that she is, wow, I know anything could happen at any time, but yeah, as much as, yeah, I trust her. I don't know, you don't ever want to tempt fate, do you? But she is very good with traffic, but like I say, touch wood, don't want to tempt anything. But as you've probably noticed, I'm actually stood out more in the road. I've got my high vis on, it says please pass wide and slow on the back, and I'm doing that so one, drivers front on can see me as well. This is a double road, so they shouldn't be over into this lane, but it just makes them aware that there isn't just a horse walking up loosely up the thing. I am here, and also just to get them to slow down slightly. Good girl, good girl, thank you. That was a much nicer driver. Good girl, Addie. And it's also, whether rightly or wrongly, but if cars come up behind me, we're a little bit more of an obstacle and they can see that I've got a horse there in front. Good girl. And then here I'm going out nice and wide. This is going to be weird. You know which way to go, don't you? Oh, you're so clever. Good, whoa, good girl. I thoroughly needed that. Oh, Nana's just dropped me an apple, so we'll throw that down there for her. I needed that. I needed to move my body. I am feeling so much better and almost feel like my head's a bit clearer just for getting, like, you know, the blood pumping around my body, and that was actually quite a hilly little walk, but a good one. As I said, walking around, I need to stop saying that she doesn't like to go that way. I'm going to go that way more often just to make it a little bit different from going on left and right when we get out the end of the lane. But yeah, no, really chuffed with her. She was super, really well behaved, like every other time, and look forward to definitely going schooling tomorrow. I think just a short, sweet session. I know I said this yesterday, and I don't know why I let myself sort of doubt what I had planned in my head, but I think just being a bit later and not moving much today and things like that, then yeah, my brain probably wasn't in the right space, because we are not going to go there and it's not going to go like beautifully, because obviously we're going to be very rusty and out of practice. But looking forward to, yeah, tomorrow I'm going to be in a much better space. It's not a Monday. Who likes Mondays? I know we shouldn't look at it like that, but it's almost Tuesday. So see you back here tomorrow. Literally just spilt my drink all the way down me. Good one, Emily. Hello, welcome back to... It's now Tuesday, crikey, last day of the vlog, and we are going schooling. So the trailer is hitched up. Mum is able to come out with me. Everything is loaded in the car. I've got a lunge line with me, because I think what I'm going to do when I get there is I'm just going to get her used to it and just, again, go into the arena again just to be safe. I think she's going to be absolutely fine, but I'm just going to put a timer on my phone, 3 minutes each rein, just to get her moving and getting used again to an arena. All today is about just getting her used to, again, going out in the trailer, because we all know that she isn't the best of travellers, although, touching wood, she has been so much better, but of course, again, she's just had a little break, so if she might just have a little bit of a wobble going in, but we'll soon find out. But yeah, right, she's all groomed, toes painted and ready to go. Everything is in the car. Just got to wait for Mum, because like I said, she's coming along. Otherwise we will get on the road and I will see you. We're just hiring Chiverton, which I know has been featured in vlogs before. It's just such a nice atmosphere. You're sort of tucked out of the way, and I just feel like, yeah, perfect place to go down and get her used to going to a school again. So I thought I would just put together a few little snippets, because I am aware that this vlog is very long, so huge apologies for that. It's quite a lot trying to condense down like 5 days and talk it all through. But we started off with lunging. I've put a 3-minute timer on my phone in my pocket to do on both reins, and we are just simply doing a walk, trot, walk sort of thing on the lunge. Just making sure that she's keeping that shoulder out and not falling in on me. But I'm very fortunate that Addie doesn't actually get excited and fresh and spooky with new arenas. Oop, there goes my timer to tell me that it's up. So I swapped over and did obviously the other rein as well, and then got on. Mum is now stood over the other side because there was a table in this corner, so it was just I didn't want to make an issue of it or have any problems. I just wanted it to be nice, relaxed. We spent a long time just walking around, and I'd actually put another timer on my phone for 15 minutes just to make sure that I didn't overdo it, and was just more time aware. Now I'm just focusing on the rhythm in this trot. I'm not worrying about her head, her contact. I'm just worried about the first scale of training really, which I've learned with Fred, with Cameron, and just focusing on keeping that nice rhythm, and with that trying to get her bending around my inside leg if she can, which will then of course keep the contact. There was lots of walks going on, short bursts of trot, doing lots of circles, attempting a serpentine. I'm going to say lots of serpentines, but no, it was attempting to do serpentines, changing the rein, and just getting her, yeah, just getting back into the way of it. As you see, I've got a really loose contact. I'm not trying to force or pin her head down or anything like that, and she responded really well, and she did at times come down and settle and soft. That was a lovely walk transition there, Addie, good girl. And as I've mentioned in the vlog, I'm aware that she's also not fully 100% in this bit, so that is something that is being changed. But she's yeah, I think she was pleased to get back and do some proper work, as was I. I was very happy. It was nice to be back in a school and just kind of see where we are with things. And there we can see that she's not phased. You can't actually see the table because of the fence, but she'd gotten over that, so I'd asked Mum just to move away. But yeah, exciting, and was really chuffed and pleased with her after this session. She just, got on with it and was like, okay, so this is back to it, and is a really good starting point to know that she is chilled and happy again in the arena. She's a good girl. Was someone a very good girl? Yeah, they were. Hey, I think you're very pleased to be. She was so chilled, so relaxed. She was fabulous. Really, really chuffed. We literally only walked and trotted, did a few little circles, attempt of a little serpentine, that sort of thing. But I think when I was riding around, I was like, I was going to talk, and then I thought, no, because you're probably not going to hear me. So I'll just do a little bit of a voiceover of what I'm trying to do. But yeah, it was basically just to go there, walk around, trot a bit. She found the table in that little corner bit a little bit scary, but I didn't want to make an issue of it. So today wasn't that kind of day. It was just to go there. She was very good on the lunge. And yeah, it's typical, isn't it? Because when you think like, oh, they might be a bit fresh to get straight on, I'll lunge first, then they seem to be really relaxed. But if you did it vice versa, the other way around, and got straight on, you'd be like, oh, I wish I lunged. So like I've said all this week, it's better to be safe than sorry. Build it up nice and slowly. And yeah, she's now, I'll take her out just for a little mooch tomorrow, probably long raining again. And then she's got a quiet weekend. It might just be the odd hack here or there, but otherwise Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday is going to be very, very chilled, just left to be a horse again. So I feel like she's done quite a, I don't want to say an intensive week, because as you've seen, it's been nice and steady and chilled, but she has done something nearly every day. Is it 5 days that she's done something? Yeah, 5 days that she's actually done work, so with 2 days off. So yeah, it is quite intensive considering what she was doing before, but it's all been nice and chilled, and now she's got a little bit of time to go, oh, okay, I'm getting back into this work routine. And then next week we'll go again, and we'll probably just do it like this, nice and chilled for the next few weeks, and we'll build it up. We'll go for a little bit extra on a hack, like say 10 minutes or something like that. We'll have a canter in the school and things like that. So yeah, I didn't bother even ask her for canter today, because I thought she's actually been really good. What's the point of stressing it? And yeah, I want to build it up nice and slowly. As I've said, dressage is our main focal point. I really want to crack the dressage, and yeah, I was really trying to work on things that I learnt at Swipe Up Kick On today, just about my balance, my seat, my right shoulder, because that was something that Anna picked up on. Jenny was saying about my seat bones and like where my weight is around the turns, and I do feel like it helped. It's just going to take me a little bit of practice, and it really does get my brain needing to be thinking about it constantly. But it was just to go in there, focus on the rhythm. She did settle a few times down into that contact, but yeah, it wasn't about that today. It was just to get you out and about. So I hope you guys have enjoyed this vlog following Addie. I'm going to say Addie, not me. Following Addie for her first week back in work after a little break. I think it's safe to say that she's very pleased to be back in work. I'm very pleased she's back in work. I know that I've had some questions come through about our goals, and I'll be honest, I haven't really got any. I just said to Mum, like, I'd love to do a BE80 or get out and do another one-day event, but until I know that we can go out there, not to be competitive, but with half a chance. Like, I know our dressage isn't up there, so I'm going to wait until our dressage is more up there. There's another John T. Evans cross-country clinic coming up at the end of August. I would have thought we'd be fit enough to go and do that. So it's just little things like that that I've got in my mind of doing. I just want to, again, just have fun with training, get a lesson with Cameron, with Fred, and yeah, just training basically, and enjoy the training. Whether we sneak in a little event before the end of the season would be nice, but I am not putting all my hopes on that at all. We obviously have got quite a few months left of the season, but I'm not gonna, I'm not setting it in stone, because if I don't make it, I don't want to be disheartened by it. So when it comes to goals, my goal is to focus on the dressage, but do the jumping every now and again to keep her nice and sweet, because I know that she enjoys her jumping. Perhaps get her to some different venues, some different cross-country style fences and things like that in a month or so time. But yeah, that's kind of my aims. I don't really have a set goal in place, if I'm honest. But it will be to focus on training the winter and then come out, and we should be able to, fingers crossed, do a proper event season next year. So yeah, that's my aim. There we go. But it's about 9 months away. Actually, probably won't, because I'm getting married and everything. Am I going to have time? So yeah, who knows? Actually, I'm taking that back, because I don't know exactly what my goals is, which I don't know if that does make me feel a little bit strange, because I am one very much so for having goals. But I am going to go away, find out where all the local shows, training, things like that are, and put that on a calendar. I think I might have said this right at the very beginning of the vlog, and I still haven't done it, so maybe I'll go home and I'll do that this evening. Hope you guys have enjoyed this vlog. Apologies if it is a lot of talking and it is very long, probably an hour already, an hour movie of Addy coming back into work. But yeah, hope you guys have enjoyed it. Please do like, comment and subscribe, and I will see you all very, very soon. Bye!